Hey, Kevin here with another Flippin' Dork Flips and Finds video where I show you different items I pick up really cheap thrifting and garage selling, and then I sell them online either on eBay or locally on like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. And anyway, this weekend I did some more garage selling, and I found some really good stuff on Friday, and then Saturday was a total dud. I found one item. And anyway, let me show you. Well, let me backtrack here. So what happened was I went out on Friday morning, and I found so much local stuff right off the bat at a neighborhood garage sale. It was like about 2 towns over, that I had to bring it all home. So I'll show you that haul. And then I went back out and I bought more stuff, and that's kind of what I have behind me. So let me show you what I got in that first haul. All right, so here's a quick rundown of the first round of garage sales today. I had to come home because the van was full, but I mostly bought furniture and a few other things. So let me go ahead and show you. So first things here is these set of side tables. One's a little taller than the other. It's metal with a mirror glass top. The guy was asking 20. I asked if he'd do 10, and then we agreed at $12. So that's pretty good. I don't really know how much I'll get. I'll probably ask 45, but I imagine they'll probably actually sell for about 30 or 35. So it'll probably be a little over $20 profit, something like that on them. But who knows? Maybe someone will love them and pay 40, 45 bucks. Okay, this is a really good find. It's a table and 6 chairs. It's a little bit wet because it's raining. That's why I'm doing it inside today. The seats are a little stained up. They got some raindrops, but you can still see they're a little stained. But that shouldn't matter too much. For the most part, it's in pretty good shape, except there is some wear. And one of these had, yeah, that's really bad on the bottom of this chair. But anyway, it's got the leaf in there. 6 chairs. It was only $40. I think I'm going to ask. It's a smidge rough on the edge, so I think I'm going to ask about $120 on it. So it'd be about $80 profit. Okay, I also found these. These are really cool. Some blonde wood. I think it's, it's like a laminate. It's not solid wood, but a mid-century table set. There's 4 of them. There's 2 here identical. I took the legs off, but they look exactly alike. Got the legs right here. But they were only, they were asking $25, and I said, would you take 20 for everything? And they said yes. So I've never sold any in this color, but I have sold this style before. I'm gonna try to sell it as an entire set, and I gotta figure out a price where it's gonna move quick but still get good money. So I paid 20. I'll see if I can get maybe like 75, 80. I think that's the right price where it should move quickly, but I don't know, maybe I'll start at 100. That might be a bit much. I don't know, 95, but I imagine they'll probably go about 70 to 80, somewhere around there. So I'll make about 50 to 50 something dollars on them. So that was the furniture real quick. So now let me show you a couple of things I can throw on eBay, and then I'm gonna go back out and do more garage selling. So the first thing I found for eBay is this right here. This is Radica brand triple play poker. It was only 50 cents. I need to clean it up a little bit, and it looks like it has a crack, I just now noticed, but it has batteries and it works. Turns on, and I'm not exactly sure how to play it or anything, but anyway, it was only 50 cents. I looked these up, and they are actually selling for around $20 to $30 plus shipping. I was surprised. So as easy as this is to ship out, you put it in a little bit of bubble wrap and then put it in a bubble mailer and send it out. So who knows, maybe about 25 bucks plus shipping, something like that. So it'll go for around 30. That's pretty good. I also have to double check that it definitely works. Okay, I also found these. Remember a while back I found that knee brace for $3 at Goodwill, and it sold for, what was it, like $115 or something like that. Well, these are a different brand, but as soon as I saw them, I knew exactly what this was. I'll have to look up to find out exactly which knee they're for and all that, because that last one, it was like, for a certain leg and a certain side of the knee and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, these were at a garage sale. They were only $2 a piece. I got $4 in them. I just did a quick look on eBay, and this brand, I think the brand is Breg, and then it is the Fusion OA. And these are selling anywhere from about $50 to $75 plus shipping. So I imagine they're a little scuffed up, and the Velcro has a little bit of stuff in there. I'll have to clean out, some dog hair and lint and things like that. So I need to try to clean them up, and then I got to figure out exactly what size they are for, if they're for men, women, all that kind of stuff. So take a little bit of research, but I imagine I could probably get like 60 something plus shipping each. So turn $4 into like at least 100, 120, 140, somewhere around there. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then this, I couldn't believe this deal on these boots, all right? So they're Lorado Boots, all man-made, so I almost passed, but I decided to look them up because they are brand new, never worn, but you can see they are Lorado 68067, and they're men's 11D, which is a good size. Really kind of cheesy looking. They are like a printed snake skin, so it's not even, there's no texture. They're nice and smooth, almost like patent leather. But they are, I mean, completely brand new, unworn. Look at the price they had on them. $20 or make offer. So I looked these up and then I said, would you do 15? Oh yeah, I'll take 15. Dude, these are like $115 brand new. I don't know if I can quite get that. I might end up getting, you know, 95 or 100 or maybe 85, something like that, just whatever it takes to sell them. But for $15 to get probably somewhere around $100, that is a great, great flip. So you can see I'm not buying a whole lot of stuff, but everything I'm getting is pretty good money, except this is only like 20 something dollars, but everything else is like really, really good flips. So I'm gonna go back out and see what else I can find. All right, so then after I unloaded all that, I took a few pictures of some of the local items so I could get them up and running. And then I went right back out and then I hit up the R-Town because, you know, the first one was a couple towns away. And then just hit up R-Town again, and I found some sales. It was a little bit slow this week, maybe because of Mother's Day weekend or something, I'm not sure. But anyway, I ended up finding the stuff behind me, and it's all going to go on eBay. So I'll start with this right here. This is a bag of Garfields, all right? They're all old vintage Garfields from like late 70s, early 80s. There's, well, I mean, you can just see there's a bunch. Here's one playing golf. I'll have to clean them up just a little bit. Here's one that's happy birthday. There was a chef, I think. That one plays football. And we got here baseball. One of them was a chef. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I love lasagna. And then one of them is the classic window cling. He's actually a little bit faded. But alone, they're not worth that much money. The window cling, if it's in better shape, maybe $10. The rest of them, you know, $4, $5, $6. But what I want to do is put them together as a lot. And I looked it up, and it is actually a pretty good way to sell these, and it's not overwhelming, so I can do it in one shot, no problem. And they're all just 50 cents each, so I paid $3.50, and I believe I can list them on eBay for somewhere around $30 or $35 plus shipping. I think I can get that because these are all bigger ones. I've seen other lots, and some of them weren't quite as big as this. There's what, 7 or 8 of them here, and only one is kind of rough-ish shape. So I think I can get my over $30 out of them, so that'd be pretty good little flip there. Okay, the next thing I bought is actually in 2 bags here. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. So you're just gonna take my word for it what this is. Okay, so this is a Game Boy Advance SP plus 2 cases, cord to plug it in, and a whole bunch of games. All right. So they had the one that had the actual Game Boy Advance. This bag was marked $10. The other bag was not priced. I asked how much. She said $5. I tried to get them both at $12, and she wouldn't budge. So I got everything for $15. But it's not too bad. I'll have to test it, see if it works. But it is a little scratched up. It's not in that great a condition. I couldn't quite tell that through the bag. But at such a dirt cheap price, I think it will still be worth it. And you know, of course, I can put it in the case and throw in. What I'll do is I will bundle in several of the games that aren't really that good, that aren't going to be worth selling separately. You know, they might be worth $1 or $2 each. I'll just put them all in here, just get rid of most of it, and then I will pull out the really good games. I mean, they're not, at least the ones I looked up are not worth a lot of money, but there's a couple of them in there that might be, you know, $7, $8, $9 each. So if there's, you know, a few of them that might be worth it to get a little more money, even though it's not anywhere near my $30. But the actual Game Boy with all of the, you know, the lot I'm going to sell should sell pretty well. So I'll have to double check based on its condition because it is a little scratched up, and I got to make sure it works. But I looked them up, and let's see, I paid $15 total. I think at a bare minimum I could get $45 or $50 for the lot, and I can sell the other games separately. So in total I might make, you know, I might sell everything for $70, $80, something like that, off of a $15 fine. So that's really good. Just might take a little bit of time, but I think it can go pretty quick. Okay, next item here. I was just kind of guessing, and it probably ended up not being that good of a buy, but this is a Nintendo GameCube controller. Alright, they had it marked at $2, but I bundled it with some other stuff, and I was able to get it for $1. The only problem I just now noticed when I got home is it's a little bit scuffed up. It probably isn't going to matter. The other problem is I can't test it. I don't have a GameCube. I have never ever seen one of them out at a garage sale yet. And I don't think it matters too much, but the cable was like really tightly wound, so it's kind of, you know, all bent up and everything. So I don't know if this is going to work, but what I'm going to try to do is hang it for a day or two and see if it'll kind of straighten out a little bit. I cleaned it up already. It looks pretty good. I looked these up. It is not that good of a buy, so basically I'm considering it $1, and if it was in really nice shape, it might be $20 for free shipping, but this is probably going to end up being like $13.95 or $12.95 plus shipping, maybe $15 free shipping. I don't know. It's probably not going to be that great of a buy, but I just wanted to try it out just to see, kind of testing games right now, because it was never my thing, but if they sell well, I will start buying them, you know, if they go quickly. Let's see, next thing. Okay, another video game here. Let me dig it out. So it was this case right here. By the way, I got it at the same sale as the GameCube here. And they found the cord. It did not have the cord when I saw it out on the table. And, well, here, let me show you what it is first. Alright, so this is a PSP. So it's a PlayStation Portable. Right here, what's cool about this is it played games and it played movies. Alright, so when it was at the sale, let's see if I can get this figured out. It had the battery, which, yeah, they gave me here. You know, it should just slip right in, you put your cover on, snap it on, but when these batteries go bad, they kind of like explode or they puff out. Can you see how that's kind of rounded? It's puffy like a pillow on your bed, and it's no good anymore. So the battery is no good. So I saw it like that. I was trying to use it as a bargaining chip. They had this marked at, if you can see that, $10. And anyway, I was trying to get it for cheaper than that, you know, $7, $8. And as soon as I was working out the deal, her son come out, who owned it, and he started talking about, oh yeah, we got the cable, and you can find batteries on Amazon, and all this kind of stuff. So I ended up getting it for $8, but they threw in the cable. Man, I was trying to get it cheaper than that. But it should be a pretty good deal, especially with a hard case, and it has a couple extras. So, you know, there's the cable. So hopefully I can just plug it in with that and it will run. And I don't need a battery right now. It has a memory stick adapter thing. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Also, it had this in there. I thought this was kind of cool. It has 2 movies. Or actually, this might be a game. Daxter? I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. But then it has Family Guy Season 1. So, I don't know. That could be kind of interesting. That should help bump up the sale. And then extras in here are just like the instruction manual or something like that. So nothing too crazy. But, I mean, it's got the cable. The system itself, I'll test it out by plugging it in. If it works, it should be pretty good money. So I have $8 in it. I looked it up. I was very surprised. So I sold one of these a while back. If you remember, I got it for, I think, $3, or was it 50 cents? No, I don't remember. It was either $3 or it was 50 cents at a little rummage sale. And I listed it that night for, and it didn't work. There was no battery. I had no way to test it. I listed it for like $35. It was either 30 plus shipping or 35 with free shipping. And it sold like right away. So I knew that this was going to be a good buy, $8, especially if it works. It has the case. I figured, hey, that's got to be at least $50. So I looked it up. I'm going to be very conservative and just say it's 50 plus, but there are some out there that have a battery, the cable, and just the PSP in good condition, and they're going for over $100, like $120. I don't know why it's worth so much. So I will double check into this. I think with the case and all that, I should get way more than 50. But it don't have the battery, so I don't know. We'll just see. But I'm going to say on a very low end, $50. But that, I mean, I'd be giving it away there. Probably more like $80, something like that. So I get 10 times my money. I think that'd be worth it. Okay, the next thing. This was also at the sale, that same sale. All right, whoops, the battery died on the camera, so I had to change it out. All right, so anyway, at that same sale, I found one more item right here. It's these sunglasses. All right, if you know anything about sunglasses, I don't. You might know what these are, maybe. I'm not sure. I just saw them, and that's something I've been looking at lately because I found a couple of good pairs out there. And, I mean, these don't interest me at all, but what caught my attention was on the side. It says Prada. All right, so I was like, whoa, okay, interesting. Prada, that's a pretty good brand. You know, that's way up there. and there was no price on them, so I was a little worried they might be asking too much. So then I looked in here. It says Prada, made in Italy. All right. Then on this side, SPR 74G, and then a bunch of other numbers that are like, you know, the size of the lens, all that. Seems very legit. If these are fakes, I don't think they would have that on there. I want to double and triple check all of that though. I want to, you know, just make sure they are not fake. But so far they seem to be checking out. So I did a quick search at the garage sale, and brand new, these are going for $150. All right. Used, although I did not see any that were black and white. All the others were like brown, black, tortoiseshell, whatever you call it. Anyway, used, they're going like $79.98, you know, plus shipping, or some with free shipping. So I don't know if the black and white maybe is like a little cheaper style or what. Plus I just now noticed that the little frame, the little plastic frame here is a little bit twisted on me, so that might hurt value a little bit. I'll be very, very conservative and say these are like $40, $50, but I think they probably will go for $60, $70, somewhere around there. So that was a really, really good find. And they had them, oh, by the way, I asked how much for the sunglasses? Oh, I don't know, 50 cents. So she only wanted 50 cents for these. So because of the Gamecube controller not being that great of a deal, that was marked at $2. I'm sucking away $1 from that and adding it to these. So I'm considering these a whopping $1.50. Okay, so I just still get really, really good money out of those when they do sell. And then I left there and I went to a totally different part of town, and it ended up being this really amazing neighborhood where I found awesome stuff last year. But it was not good at all this year. I was there way too late. If I would have known that they were having a sale, I would have been there first thing in the morning, because I found awesome, awesome stuff last year. Okay, so one thing I did find there is this hat. It's probably not going to be that good of a deal, but I wanted to try it. He was asking $2, which was way too much, but he was saying as soon as you walked in, everything's 50% off. I just want to get rid of stuff, 50% off. So I got this hat for $1. It says Missouri. It's got the tigers on there. You know, old school snapback, totally 100% mesh. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't see any tag in it, any way to identify it, so we're just going to go off of maybe someone out there wants this retro Missouri Tigers hat. The reason I got this is because the last one I sold, of course, it was way cooler than this. It sold for a lot of money. I also noticed it's back on eBay, so that person that bought it is trying to get way more money out of it. They paid me, what, $59.95 plus shipping, and right now they're doing an auction style, and it's only at $20, so it'd be interesting to see if they get all their money out of it. Remember, it had that little pin on top. They took that off too, so they knew something that I didn't. I don't think this is going to get anywhere near that kind of money. This could be a huge flop and doesn't sell at all, but I'm hoping that maybe it's a, you know, $20 to $30 hat, but I don't know. It probably isn't. But I don't know. It was just sitting there. It was interesting enough that I wanted to try it out just to see. I would say 60 or 70% of my hat buys have been good, and then the others are total flops. But this one, it might end up being pretty good. Just not, maybe not a huge profit, but it might sell well. So we'll see. All right, the next one here, kind of an interesting thing. I bought it mostly because I thought it was cool, not because it's going to be a good seller. Actually, the only other one on eBay has not sold. It's been relisted. Maybe they're asking too much, or just no one cares. It was only $1. The brand is Toastmaster, and it's a see-through clock. I just thought it was kind of cool. We have a little clock collection. I brought it home, cleaned it up, tested it. It works. The alarm works. It just has this little, it's just a little tiny metal thing that kind of clings together. It's not even like a bell. It's more like a metal buzzer type sound. And anyway, I thought that was really cool for $1. I looked it up. The one they're trying to sell, I think they're trying to get like $34 with free shipping or something like that. So realistically, if it actually does sell, it's probably going to be like $15 plus shipping, maybe $20 with free shipping, if that. I don't know. But I might just end up keeping it because it's pretty cool. But if I do flip it, it's not going to be that great of a sale. Okay, at that same yard sale, I bought these. This caught my attention. All right, so this was a little Ziploc bag full of keychains. All right, so it was only $1. And what really caught my attention was this. All right, so check that out. That is an original style Super Soaker, but it's a keychain, a mini Super Soaker. It actually works. I brought it home, put water in there. It shoots, and it shoots really far. We're talking like 12, 15 feet. It was way further than I thought it was going to shoot. So that's pretty cool. Now, it's not in the greatest condition. It's missing the little cap thing on top, and the lettering is a little bit faded, so that might hurt value. But I just did a quick, oh, here we go, 1992. Wow, I didn't see that earlier. But anyway, I just looked it up when it was in the bag. It just caught my attention for some reason. I thought that would have value. I looked it up, and these are like $15 on eBay. Like, you know, $12.95 plus shipping, $11.95 plus shipping, somewhere around there. So, you know, 14, 15 bucks for this little thing. Okay, then I also noticed this was in there. This is a miniature glass Coke bottle. All right, same thing. This is about $15, you know, with the shipping included. So this is maybe a little less than the Super Soaker, maybe $10 or $11 plus shipping. So, you know, probably like a $13 or $14. So just these two together is going to get me really, really close to my $30 I'm looking for. So what I might do, and this could be a total flop as well, is just bundle all these together and see if I can get $5 plus shipping. That way it would put me over $30. So probably like that $25 to $30 range. Most of these are no good. It does have one in Brazil with a Brazilian coin. It has a I think that's Shamu, and there's two Bugs Bunnies. So maybe I could get $5 out of that. Maybe someone out there has a collection. I don't know. But these two are actually decent money. At least, I think at a minimum $20 for these. All right, so that was pretty cool. All right, then that was yesterday. So then today I went out and I went back to the neighborhood. I thought I'm gonna go there first thing in the morning. I show up, absolutely no sales. Apparently they only had a Thursday night and Friday sale, which was very interesting. And then I drove around town more. I hit up a couple yard sales. They were duds. I just gave up and I decided to drive 30 miles away to a way bigger town. I drove around everywhere. There were several neighborhood yard sales and just nothing good at all. It was total junk. The very first yard sale I went to was the only place where I actually found something worth buying, and it's actually pretty good. So it's this right here. This is a Sony CD player. It's a Sony CD Walkman. It's the D-FJ200. I looked this up. This has good value. Also has this plugged into it. This is a little remote that hooks up to the headphone jack. Your headphones plug into here, kind of clips on your shirt, and then you can adjust the volume and tracks and all that kind of stuff. I brought it home, cleaned it up, put batteries in it, and this thing works great. Okay, I only paid $1 for this. And anyway, I looked this up, and I think because it's in good condition and it works and it has the little remote thing on it, I should be able to get 30 plus. So maybe like a, you know, $32.95, $34.95 plus shipping, somewhere around there. I kind of want it just to move, so probably more like 30, 32, somewhere around there, plus some shipping, and we'll see what happens. But I think that will actually sell pretty well. So all that driving today I did, like 120 miles, just all over, you know, zigzagging and hitting up all this stuff. It's the only thing I found. I pretty much wasted my time today. But anyway, oh well. So anyway, that was the garage sale finds, and I did have a couple of sales, so let me show them to you next. All right, so while I was driving around today, I had one eBay sale, and it's this right here. This is a Wrangler Pearl Snap shirt. It's a black, blue, black, and white plaid shirt, short sleeve, extra large. Interesting shirt. It's not bad. You know, it's kind of cool. And just kind of plain Jane though. It's not a Pearl Snap I buy now. Nowadays, if I'm gonna get one, it has to have this like crazy design or a really, really good brand or something. There's something very interesting about it. This one's just way too boring. But it's one of the first things I bought, and it's still sold. It just took a long time. They had to drop the price a lot. So anyway, I got it for $3.50 at Goodwill, and I just, you know, dropped the price. I finally had it down to $12.95 for free shipping, and it's sold. So that's $13. I got $3.50 in it. That takes me down to what, $9.50. Then I got to pay shipping. It's gonna be another $3.50. That brings me down to $6. Then there's gonna be fees. I'm probably gonna make like $4 on it. So not very good at all. But at least I got rid of it. It's another shirt I don't have to think about. And I'll make a few dollars on it. And I guess I made $4 to learn my lesson to not buy plain Jane stuff like this. All right, the other sale today was actually really good. It was the baby dressers, the nursery dressers, or whatever you want to call them. The two that I got, they were not real wood. I don't normally recommend buying that, but they were in really nice shape for only being $40. But if they were any more than that, I probably wouldn't have bought them. They were super heavy. They were built nice, but the condition was not that great. They had some chips, and it was like a laminate, so the bottom edges on the sides, it looked like they had kind of drug it on the ground. It was peeling a little bit, so not real great shape. And then the short, long one that had the white baby changing pad on top, that vinyl wrapped baby changing pad somehow reacted with the clear coat or whatever it is on top of the or the laminate or whatever it was on top of the dresser, and it left a imprint in it, almost like taking burlap on silly putty or Play-Doh. You know how you lift it off and it leaves that texture? It did that to it. So they were not that great a shape, but for $40, I thought it'd be worth it. I could hopefully at least double my money. So I tried to triple my money and put them at $120, and I had several people asking. The one people backed off and didn't want them, and then this lady was interested, but she wanted to know if I was firm on 120, and I told her, and I don't normally recommend doing this either, but I said there is someone else that had made an offer for $100. I just kind of left it like that, and she said, oh, I could do 100. So she probably would have paid more, but that's okay. I got rid of them, and I had them for a week. Nowadays, that's kind of long. I like this furniture that's moving quick, but I don't know. I guess a week's not that long. But they were taking up space. It's really heavy. We just wanted them gone. So I made $60 on those, so that's not too bad. And I definitely would want to buy better furniture than that, but like today I went driving around all day long for several hours, probably 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that, and I found nothing. I mean, no good furniture at all. One cool couch. It was like a leather or maybe a pleather, but it was red, real modern. I never seen one quite like it. They were only asking $10 on it, maybe 15. I think it was 15. But it looked like they let their dog get to it. I mean, it had like, from far away it looked awesome. You get up close, it just had scratch marks everywhere. So something like that I wouldn't sell. But man, if it was in good shape and it was like 30, 40 bucks, I would have bought it, put it in the back of the van. That would have been, you know, a $75, $80, $90 couch. But I don't know, there was just nothing else out today except for a hutch that was like $400 or something like that. I just don't do any furniture like that. So anyway, that was the sale so far. If any more happen tonight or tomorrow, I will let you know in this video. All right, it's the next day, and I finally have someone interested in the tables that's not just trying to lowball. I know it's a little rough, and I paid $40 on it, and I've had several offers for only like 75 bucks. I knew I could get more out of that, and finally there's someone here in town, pretty close, that wants to come check it out. I have it down to, I started at 150 or 140, and I have it down to 120 now, which I realize is definitely more realistic. Probably 100 or 120 is where it'll go. But they're coming by in a few minutes, so I'm gonna take it outside and see if they like it. So hopefully it will sell today. Okay, so the guy come by and he liked the table and chairs. He wanted to buy them. The problem was his car was way too small to haul them. I mean, that table and chairs was way bigger than his car. So he wanted to buy them, but he was trying to find some friends. He got on his phone, was trying to find someone that might have a truck or whatever that could help him haul it. I said, hey, I got a van, I could help you deliver them. He said he lived about 1.5 miles up the road, so not very far at all. He said, you sure? I'll pay you, I'll pay you some extra to take them over. I said, yeah, it's fine. So he said, well, let me see what extra I have in my wallet. So he gave me $120, and then he had $8 extra. So he gave me $128 to help him haul it and then, deliver it into his apartment. So we did that, put it in the van. I followed him over there. He told me that he had just moved in this weekend. He had no furniture, and man, he was right. That was the only thing in there. I mean, walk in, just totally empty, nothing whatsoever in there, and except for this little folding table that had his computer and his little pop vinyl figurine collection, or whatever those things are called. And that was it. So now he has a table and chair where he can, or table and chair set where he can at least sit somewhere if he wants. He also had a dog and cat, by the way. But anyway, so that was pretty good. So I paid $40 for them on, now I'm trying to remember, was that Friday I got them? And then they sold Sunday for $128, so that's an $88 profit if I'm doing my math right. So that's pretty good. And then the nursery dressers, paid $40, sold for $100. That was all right. Took a while. And then I sold that Wrangler shirt. I also had another eBay sale right here. Let's see if I can find it. All right, there's two of these in there, but I'll show you one. This is a Sony micro cassette dictator transcriber. This is the M2020. The other one is the M2000. They look the same to me. There's probably like minor differences. I'm not sure what it is. I just sold them together as a lot. I got them at Habitat for Humanity Restore. It's a thrift store that's usually overpriced, but sometimes their electronics are pretty good. And every once in a while, I'll find something in the sporting goods or the furniture. But I almost always look at electronics because there tends to be something there that's pretty decent. And I looked these up. They were only $5 each. I got two of them. And I looked them up, and they were selling on average between like $20 and $30 on eBay. So I figured that'd be a pretty decent flip if I could get close to 30. So I brought them home, did a little more research, and I found that they don't take batteries. They need some type of AC adapter, which I did not have. They also need this special microphone that plugs into it. And then I believe some of them even have like this foot switch to turn them on. So I don't know if they like use these in court or something. I'm not really sure what these are used for. But anyway, I didn't have any of that stuff to be able to test it. So I just sold them as parts or repair only. Said they were untested. They were in good cosmetic condition. There's nothing like broken or cracked on them, but I don't know if they work. So I'm just going to sell them together as is. They were up for a while and they eventually sold. So I had them listed at $49.95 plus shipping. And the person that bought them, you know, paid the $49.95 plus $18 shipping because they are pretty heavy. So in total, I believe that is $67.95. But on my end, the $49.95 is what counts. I have 10 in them. That brings me down to $39.95. Then I will pay eBay and PayPal fees, which is about 13%. So whatever that is, you know, subtracted from $39.95. So I believe I will be making over $30 on these. So that's pretty good. Probably close to $35, somewhere around there. So that's pretty decent. That'd be a good flip. I already have it boxed up, so it's gonna be real easy to ship. Just I'm gonna have to peel off these old stickers and then put my own label on there when I send it out. This was some box I found in the trash, I think. But anyway, that was the flips and finds of the week. It was kind of a slow week, or at least weekend. I mean, I found some decent stuff garage selling on Friday. Saturday was almost a waste of my time. I only found that CD player. I've already listed it on eBay, and there was someone watching it, so I'm thinking that I have it priced right, and it might actually sell somewhat, you know, quickly, but we'll see. And I said it was worth about 30 plus. I'm trying to ask about 40 on it, so we'll see if I can get that or not. And let's see. I sold that the dresser set, paid 40, sold for 100. That was all right. I don't know. The local sales were not that good this weekend. I still have other furniture pieces downstairs. I guess they were not that good of buys because they're still around. So I'll probably have to drop the price a little more. I've been doing it a little bit each day, trying to get, you know, I'm kind of talking back and forth with people and they're interested, but like not enough to really come and check them out. So you can kind of tell that that's probably not a good piece or it's just not priced right or whatever. So anyway, I'd like to get rid of them within the next day or two. And then with eBay, I need to kind of figure out my pricing a little better. When I first started, everything was almost all free shipping, and I almost always did best offers, you know, buy it now or best offer. And I sold a lot more items than I do now. Now I did not make as much per item, and everything I found was a little bit lower price than what I'm trying to do nowadays. So there's different variables to this I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if it's just because my items are a little pricier now that it takes the right, you know, the right person to spend that much on them, or if it's because I'm not doing best offers anymore. So when they see that price, they're looking at it going, man, I really got to pay that. I can't get it cheaper. Or it's because they also are looking at it going, and I have to pay shipping, you know. So I don't know. I mean, when they sell like this, it's pretty good, you know. I found someone that was willing to pay almost $70 for these. But then I have lots of stuff sitting around, you know, still in the boxes. So I don't know. I'm still getting that figured out. But eventually, I think I'll have it kind of, you know, it'll work out in my favor, and it will, you know, it'll fit the business model I'm trying to make with eBay. So anyway, if you like these videos, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and most importantly, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, and then click the little bell icon at the top of the screen. That should help you see the videos when they first come out. So anyway, thanks for checking it out.